What's up? I'm Alex. I'm here with SpoolUp. Sitting here talking about Fabian's Honda Civic. Care to introduce yourself?
I'm Fabian, and I'm the guy with the Honda Civic.
So, we're going to be working on his car a little bit and just waffling as we go. A little bit of backstory. I met Fabian last summer. He pulled up to one of our SpoolUp meets in this beautiful Honda Civic. You might not think much of it right now, given the slight bit of damage in front of it. And as we start waffling, Fabian might tell you a little bit about the story of what happened to his Civic. So we're gonna get to work breaking off the hood of his car. And while we do that, Fabian, please just regale us with the tale.
Yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I hit a tree kind of won. Smashed the majority of the front end over. So right now the hood is overlapping the fender. Need to try to take this off right now and let's see what's going on for the first time underneath.
So going through this, I'm gonna get some more photos afterwards, but we're gonna voice over it. It doesn't look like there's much damage in terms of the engine, right? Like the powertrain seems relatively okay.
No, I'm telling you, I spun in backwards into that ditch. I tried to drive out. It started it right back up.
I see you're missing an intercooler though.
Yeah, she was a little hurt. She was a little hurt. We'll get some pictures. There's a couple holes there and very crooked.
We'll get some pictures later. So next, just 4 bolts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side?
Yep.
Sweet. You got the tools?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. So, just a little bit of backstory. We invited Fabian out for a cruise up a famed Lime Creek Road here in Austin, Texas. And honestly, we had been cruising for most of the day before the incident occurred. It was our last drive out. We were kind of going down from Coco's up the road and back. And on the last ride up the road from Coco's, Fabian here decides to burn into a corner.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what happened. It wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
As the boys say, suboptimal. Looking forward for the rebuild.
Yeah, so while we're doing this, can you tell us a little bit about what your plans are for this thing?
Let's put this over here. Plans right now? You just drop it. Waiting for the final word from the insurance. It looks like I'm gonna be keeping it and she'll be coming back.
Better than ever?
I would like to say so. There's a couple options. Full tear down once again and fix the bodywork. I have an intercooler, I have a radiator support on the way, and yeah, I could either pull the swap out, pull all the interior out, and try to do some bodywork, try to get it painted back up, or I could just, I don't know, turn it into a full out drag car. Tubular radiator support.
She's so pretty though. She was like, for those of you who, I'm gonna try to post some pictures of what this car looked like before the crash. It was one of the cleanest Civics I've ever seen in my life. It's so pretty, and I'm gonna be very upset when you turn it into a balls to the wall race car, because there's, honestly, something gets lost. Something gets lost when you decide to gut the interior, go carbon everything, remove everything from the car. It loses some of its character. It gains some, it gains a different character, but you know?
You know, it's nice having a clean like show car build, but I'm not that kind of guy. I like to use. She was never a garage queen. I'll tell you that. She was used and abused.
Does she have a name?
No name.
No name.
Maybe that's what got me.
Yeah, I think
never named her.
PSA to you guys back home: name your cars and they won't crash on you. I think that's a valid PSA. honestly, she looked mean still without the hood. It's kind of awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, the pictures came out pretty fire. With the police car behind me. There were some cool shots.
The suboptimal photo shoot was indeed suboptimal. So I guess while I got you here and while we've got some time, what got you into cars in the first place?
Oh, boy, it's kind of a mix of things, you know. I think most obvious, well, most people can relate, Fast and Furious.
Yes.
I remember my brother coming home, setting up the DVD player and putting the sound system on, and we watched that first movie, and
it was glorious. It was glorious.
It was phenomenal. Yes.
Oh.
And then from there, my brother, him and his friends, you know, they had a GSR Integra. There's a Nitrous EF. My brothers had trucks, several trucks, C10s. He's had Cat Eye. It's just.
And that was all while you were a kid?
Yeah, that was. Well, when I started going out with my brother, he started taking me along. He actually kind of, you know.
Oh no!
Finally, like, you know, we started, you know, kind of getting together. He took me along for some rides, and I had my first ride down the drag strip. It was in a turbo EF.
That was with your brother? Your brother?
I was with my brother's friends.
Oh, turbo EF Civic, and that's, I mean, if there's a callback.
Pretty similar. I believe it was about 300 HP. Just basically, yeah. That from that point on, I was on the forums whenever I could. I was looking on the forums, seeing, like, you know, how things worked, learning the different builds, Frankenstein builds, Type R swaps, GSR swaps, the differences, the different shells, how everything was so interchangeable between the Civic and the Integra. You know, a poor man's Type R, which is basically what this is right here.
So I guess that's a good transition. Tell us a bit about this build here. You said it was a B series?
It is a B series. It started as a B20 swap. I tore that down. I traded the block in for a sleeved B18 block. It was bored out to 84 millimeters, which is basically the same as a B20. I built the entire bottom end, Y-scope pistons, Eagle rods, H-beam rods, ACL race bearings, all the Honda parts, OEM parts that were still available, the oil pickup, all the gaskets, any miscellaneous little bolts that I could get, water pump.
For you guys just listening, if you're just listening to this, no detail was spared looking at this motor. Like, all of the bits that were untouched from the crash just look pristine. This was a big power motor, and it's glorious to behold. So when you get a chance, take a look at the pictures that we post.
Yeah, it should be good for 900. Wasn't pushing that much.
Yeah, what were you at during the fateful event?
We were just running off gate, 6-pound spring, making 350 to the wheels, and with the boost controller, set it at about 500.
I mean, that's respectable, and it's such a light car.
Yeah, that was about the limit for the stock ITR trans. It's a 98 trans. Yeah, didn't want that thing
turning to confetti.
Yeah. So that's basically all that held me back was the transmission. We did make 628 on the hub dyno with these upgraded I started with 1,000 cc injector dynamic, but I upgraded to these right here. They're 1600s at about 88 duty. That's where I made the 628 wheel.
Gotcha.
So
she's a thirsty girl.
Yeah. E85 only. Has a Hellcat fuel pump, 525, and full E85 fuel lines, PTFE, I believe, and yeah, AEM fuel rail, AEM fuel pressure regulator, fuel lab, inline filter. Yeah, if I wanted to make more power, if I wanted to go for that full 900, need to upgrade the trans, maybe dual synchros, second fuel pump, and probably 2200 cc injectors.
It's a lot. It's a lot,
Yeah.
but it's not a lot. I mean, when you think about it, that's all top end work. You don't have to tear apart the block. Everything is set up for you.
Yeah, yeah, I mean she's good to go. Just a couple more steps.
So you were saying you're kind of torn between back to show car and towards drag. What are you leaning towards?
Gosh. You know, I never wanted to go full drag car just because, you know, it was a clean title show. It was just a clean car, and I mean, I never really knew what I wanted to do with the car, if I was gonna keep it permanently. But now, you know,
You got opportunities.
There's a few options.
The world opens up when you crash your car.
Yeah, nothing's set in stone. I have the radiator support on the way already, so we'll see how that fits. It's aftermarket. It's discontinued OEM. Just about everything is discontinued. My biggest upset with the crash were the
the headlights. Yeah, dude.
OEM Stanley SIR corners.
How much do those go for? I hate to ask that question, but what's your wallet screaming at you?
Nowadays they're discontinued. You used to be able to get them from ICB Matt or, you know, JHP USA. They don't have them anymore. You have to go on eBay and find a used set. And last I saw, about, it ranges from 100 to 180, depending on the, you know, tabs are broken or not. Good condition. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. That was one of the very few parts that I actually splurged on, like OEM Honda parts. The corners and the SIR wing in the back. It's a one-piece non-LED wing. There's a couple other things. The Mugen pedals, the spoon mirror, just the mirror, not the cover, and the ITR non-SRS steering wheel. Yeah. Well, you got the Recaros too.
You can't forget about
EK9s.
Those are good seats, man.
Yeah.
I made the upgrade in my Skyline from OEM seats to Recaros out of an Evo. Best seats. They're comfy.
They're a little tight, but
hey, man.
Besides that, they look great. So it's just a little sad, but
No, I'm excited, dude. Watching where this thing was, where it is right now, and where I know you're gonna bring it, I am so excited to see this thing ripping on the streets again. Like, silly. And you know what you're doing. Like, you know this platform like the back of your hand. I mean, you said it yourself. You rebuilt this thing from the ground up. So, you know you've got a vision. Yeah. I'm scared to see anyone that wants to run you, man, because this thing's gonna be stupid.
Gosh, you know, I've been kind of like, you know that old saying, like, careful what you wish for? For a while now, I've been wishing to, like, you know, build something, maybe an Integra, or just to get my hands on something, you know, because that's what I really enjoy the most, is like the actual build, putting it together. And I guess I got my wish. Yeah.
You got the work cut out for you. Hey, just before we run out of time, any words for the audience out here?
Gosh, you know, just be safe out there in the streets. I mean, I got lucky. No one else was involved. It was just me in the car. I mean, I got out free besides a sore wrist. Just be careful out there. It's dangerous. You know, you might not really be thinking too much in the moment, but Yeah. You never know what can happen.
Good message, dude.
Appreciate it, man.